I'd like to talk about service, but not the service in the broad sense that we get the attention and satisfaction. I want to talk about the larger service, more about the calling some of us realize when we become older or more educated. Something many of us have in the depths of our heart that drives us to help others. This is a moral found in almost all religions. There's been studies that show people get a dopamine rush from helping others, and those of us who volunteer our talents and time to organizations know what it feels like to give back. And I don't mean just those who write a check to their church or favorite nonprofit and feel warm in their cockles and then deduct their contributions from their taxes. This is not a selfless act and definitely not a Christian giving act. Men and women everywhere sacrifice their time for the greater good, many in the form of religious leadership, some in other philanthropic services. But I want to talk about those who are willing to sacrifice their lives. There's a group of individuals who give or have given of themselves selflessly for the ideals that provide the basis of our entire way of life. The men and women in uniform. Those who took that oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States wrote a check on that day that was the sum up to and including their life to ensure that you have the freedoms that you are promised under the Constitution. Freedoms which George Bush Congress began taking from us and Obama's administration still supports. But those are the people who gave the most and get the least. I'd like to share with you a dirty little secret that Congress keeps from all veterans until it's time to collect Social Security or disability. Veterans are not eligible to collect both Social Security and a VA pension or disability at the same time, regardless of the injuries in service or the severity of need. See, Congress believes that veterans are freeloaders who want to sit on their asses and collect money for nothing. They think since they can collect Social Security and retirement from the government, both of which they've paid into, they're double dipping. Many of the veterans I've worked with in the past have seen the same emotionless disregard for their needs from employees at the VA, veteran service officers, and most anyone in an authoritative position when they're seeking assistance. I've worked with veterans who've had their claims in for over 10 years. My mentor, Dave Barker, had a claim that was still open from 1986 when he was forced into retirement a year ago. I've seen the VA request paperwork from the same vet, the same paperwork, 7 times. I've seen veterans denied care because the VA could not read the military records. I've seen a veteran get treatment for lung cancer in his right lung, then be denied treatment for his left lung because they considered it not service-connected. Now, my own father died from prostate cancer, a claim presumptive for Agent Orange exposure, but because he was in the Navy, he would have been denied that claim, or treatment because the VA doesn't think that the wind blows from the land to the sea. And that's the goal of the VA, to deny disability or pension to every veteran until they're dead. That way the government doesn't have to take the responsibility for destroying the health and the lives of those veterans who sacrificed their bodies. What's my answer? We need to overhaul the Veterans Affairs. If we want to talk about reducing the size of government spending, how about cutting out the bonuses that VA workers get? There's no other government organization that I'm aware of that gets an annual bonus. We need to overhaul the rating system that is based on 1940s medicine and bring it into the 21st century. We need to stop allowing the VA to dictate how the veterans apply for and get benefits, then wasting years on denying a vet coverage for his illness. We can't force older vets into uncomfortable technology to use a computer to apply for benefits only to have the electronic data erased on a crash. The VA and the DoD have had problems with healthcare record systems integrating. They spent over $1 billion of our tax dollars trying to fix it. How can veterans entrust our fate to an organization that kills more of our brothers and sisters by apathy, ignorance, and disregard than any enemy? It's a moral issue to take care of those who sacrificed on our behalf. And it's absolutely necessary that we provide for veterans who have sacrificed during their service. I'm Dennis Lambert, and I approve this message. On May 6th, for the 6th District, vote for me, Dennis Lambert. And when you grab that Green Party ballot, vote for Anita Rios for governor and Bob Fitrakis for lieutenant governor. Write those candidates in on your ballot for governor and lieutenant governor. Anita Rios, Bob Fitrakis. Thank you for supporting democracy.